Hi guys, I'm Stavya and today I'm going to tell you about the basics of Scratch. So, today we're going to learn about what these buttons do, what these three buttons do, and what these two buttons do. So basically we're learning about what these buttons do, about the three tabs, costume, sounds and code, and about the sprites library, backdrop library. So, first we learn about the coding library, means coding place, script area you can call it. And this has different types of dots: motion, looks, sound, events, control, sensing, operators, variables, and my blocks. Okay, this is the scripts area, and you can pull these things and make it a big script. But to make it a script, you will need an event, otherwise it will not work. Now you go to costume. Now I'll show you about costume. This is costume 1, costume 2, costume 1. And you can choose a costume. These are all the costumes. Now you see, costumes and sprites have a difference. Like sprites are a mix of some costumes. But costumes is a singular costume. Like if you see, this to this, all one sprite. But because we said choose a costume, that's why it's showing the individual costumes of it. Okay. Then comes the sounds library. In the sound, because it's a cat, the default sound is quite funny, right? This is choose a sound. You can choose a sound from the sound library, or you can record a sound. You can choose a surprise sound, or you can upload a sound. Okay. Next thing is the sprites library. Sprites library is all the sprites. Like you saw, right? There was a lot of costumes for one thing. See? This is all this sprite is a mix of all the costumes which I showed you. Okay, and this is mix of 4 costumes. This is a mix of some maybe 5 costumes. This is only 1 costume. This is only 1 costume. Yeah, some things even have 1 costumes, like this apple, beach ball, blah blah. And there's a lot of them. There's even like letters and numbers. See, if I go to the end, you see these are all the letters. These are the numbers. Yeah, they're different types of things. Okay. Then the next thing is the backdrop library. Now, to select the backdrop to the backdrop library, you can either click this or you can click this stage button, go to this backdrops and choose this. Both will open the same thing and do the same thing. Because the backdrops cannot be duplicated. Sprites there can be a lot of sprites, but there can even be a lot of backdrops. But the sprites you can show all the sprites at one go. But if you add a lot of backdrops, you cannot show all of them in one go. For that, you need to go to next backdrop, next backdrop, next backdrop. These are all the backdrops. See? I'll just show you a backdrop and show you. Arctic. See? This is how the backdrop gets added. If I go to this, it's blank. This is that. Then I'll even show you by adding a sprite. I'll add this sprite. See? So this sprite has come here. I can change its costumes by this. There's even a block called next costume, which we're going to learn about it. So I hope you like this tutorial. In the next time we'll learn about motions and looks. We'll even learn about what these things do and many more. Oh, I forgot. I was going to tell you about what these buttons do, right? This you can rename the project. This is the tutorials. These give all the tutorials. I'll show you an example getting started. See, you can go to the next page, previous page, next. When it's ended, it shows like this. If you want to see more, it'll open back to the tutorials library, or you can select one of this. If you do not want to do any more, You can shrink it means if you need it again, then you can shrink it, or you can just close it straight if you do not need it anymore. Then this is the edit. So there's a restore sprite and turn on turbo. This restore sprite, now I have done some changes, so that's why the restore sprite button is available. If I do not do any changes, then this restore sprite thing is all disabled. It will restore everything to the sprite now because I've done some changes. Well, I've not done some changes, but I've added and done some backdrop things, so it thinks I've done some changes, so that's why. Now this is file. This is new, load and save. So the world button is all the different language. If I change it to this language, it'll change it to this language. And if I change it back to English, it'll change back to English. Then this is the Scratch button. If you press this, it will show you about which version of Scratch, what's the electron of it, and what's the chrome. Sorry. It just tells you about the details about it. Yeah. Then that's it. That's it for this tutorial. In the next time, I'm gonna tell you about motions, looks, and even some different features of Scratch. So see you next time in part 2 of Scratch Basics. Till then, bye.